it's almost 5 in the morning. I'll start this update. I'm on a different microphone, not my other microphone, because it relies on power, and the power is flickering here a little bit. So you can see this is the latest radar right now, and you can see we do have this heavy rain that's over us. Looks like a few breaks off to the south, but look at all this heavy rain that's going up into upstate New York here. It's just tremendous amount of rain that's just shooting way up there. Um, it's unbelievable the amount of rain, and there are flash flood warnings in effect. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on. Let's go to the weather site or weather service site right now. This is the other radar here. You can see, look at that dark red line. That is incredible. See, it looks like we're getting into more showery precipitation here, but we're still dealing with these high winds that we're dealing with. High wind warning remains in effect to noon today. We have numerous flash flood warnings now in effect for parts of New Jersey, northeast New Jersey, and the Hudson Valley. Flood warnings, actually, are just called flood warnings. So flood warning in effect for rivers in northeast New Jersey. We'll go look at that in a moment. Let's go to the satellite here. Just again, take a look at this. Take a gander at this storm here. That's really, look at that. Just that river of moisture. This is an atmospheric river of moisture coming up from the tropics. It's pretty crazy. So let's go to the observations now and look at some of these observations that we got. So the winds, all right, we haven't seen anything too crazy. JFK's got a wind gust of 41, southeast at 38, gusting to 41. That's pretty high sustained wind, though. Sandy Hook, a wind gust now to 62 miles an hour in Sandy Hook. I don't know why it's got the numbers reversed like that, but wind gust to 62. I think this buoy at Robbins Reef is malfunctioning. I don't think it's at 87. I don't think it's that high, but when I saw that, I'm like, what is that about? Still got 41 mile an hour wind gusts at Islip. They peaked out at 51 so far. It's going to go higher than that. And you can see here along the Jersey Shore, we have some, like I said, 56 mile an hour wind gust, Barnegat Light. They actually had a maximum wind gust now reported at 69 miles an hour. That's almost hurricane force. Let's look at this buoy here that we've got. We've got a buoy reading finally. 14-foot waves with a water temperature of 51 degrees. That's warm water. And we have a southeast wind. Where's the wind gust there? Doesn't show the direction, but it does show that we have a wind speed of 38 miles an hour gusting to 51. So, yes, pretty strong winds. JFK has another gust of 53. Brahman is down at 29.19 inches. And 54 mile an hour wind gust now just reported at LaGuardia. 54 mile an hour wind gust at LaGuardia. And yeah, these winds are nothing to fool around with. Let's go to the power outage map right now because we're almost at 5,000 outages, and this number is going to go way up. You can see the map. They're starting to get a lot of smaller outages, though some larger ones in Old Brookville. North Shore, as usual, hit very hard by power outages. Mineola, so far no power outages. We just had a blink. A few, and then not much power outages on the southwestern Nassau. A few smaller ones. Long Beach, a few smaller ones. South Shore, really not seeing a whole lot, but as you go a little further east, you see a few more outages, but it's mainly, the usual areas, the middle of the island, the North Shore, especially the North Shore, seeing a lot. Looks like there's a number of them in Huntington, and making our way further east, we have outages at Smithtown, some on the South Shore as well. These numbers could grow. We remember the last one, we saw some big outages in Oakdale. Nothing on the east end so far as power outages go. Let's go now to Jersey Central Power and Light. I think I took their thing down. Oh, here it is. All right, so they're now up to 28,060 outages, and let's go take a look and see what we got. Ocean County, not too many outages here. There's a few. Making our way further north, it gets a little worse as we head into Monmouth County. We see some more outages here on the map. And then northwestern Jersey, especially northwestern Jersey, see a lot of outages there. So let's go to the poweroutage.us map now. And you can see the yellow is over New York and New Jersey. So New Jersey is 36,000. New York has 16,000. And Nassau, Suffolk, 1,404. Nassau, 2,402. Queens actually has almost 2,800 outages there. Staten Island, not too many. Bronx has 1,034. Westchester, 290. Putnam, we start to see Putnam and Rockland have some outages there, a few thousand. 2,479. And Dutchess, let's go look at New Jersey. New Jersey, you can see the northern parts of the state, Morris County, 9,022 outages there. Middlesex, 3,000 out there. Monmouth County, 4,551 out there. Ocean County, 2,578. Atlantic County, 1,848. Burlington County, 2,170. So we're starting to see these outages. You can see the storm is a lot worse than one we had last time. Bergen County is at 1,658. So let's go back to the Weather Service now and look at the rivers and lakes and see what's going on. See if we're seeing any in flood stage right now. And it looks like we are, actually. We're seeing a number of them already. Saddle River is already at major flood stage, moderate flood stage, and that's going to continue to go up, as you see there. I'll make this a little bit smaller so you can see that if you can't. Again, this is the Saddle River right here. All right. We have a Passaic River also going way up as well. This is also showing some of the tidal gauges. Look at this. We have flooding on Barnegat Bay and at Toms River as well. Seeing flooding there. The Toms River itself not flooding yet. Just down a little bit here. We got one more down here too. Looking at Long Island, I don't see any in flood stage yet. Connecticut, we have Long Island Sound, that's rising, as well as Long Island Sound near Bridgeport. And so these are going to continue to go way up. Look at the Raritan just shooting up there. It's like and it's still raining. It's going to be raining for a while, so not a good situation at all. Let's go back to the weather and hazards map here, and we're going to actually take a look and see how much rain has fallen so far. We can do that. We go to precipitation. I'll go to 12-hour. All right, so you can see these areas in Jersey already have gotten 2 inches of rain here, a lot of them already. It's still raining, so that they're going to go over that for sure. There's a 5.45 here in Waldwick. We don't know if that's accurate or not, but see, look at these areas. Over 3 inches already in parts of Sussex County. Ringwood, I don't know if that's Sussex County. I think that's Bergen County. And then you go in here, and this is in the Poconos, 3.64. Sure, you can see all these green boxes here are flood warnings. All right, they're all flood warnings. Long Island hasn't seen as much rain. Most areas, I've seen Suffolk County less than an inch. Nassau has seen about an inch and a half. We've still got way more rain to go. I'll look at the radar again in a moment. You can see Connecticut also dealing with 2+ inch amounts. Yeah, this is, we still got a ways to go in this storm here. 51-mile-an-hour gust at Farmingdale. Farmingdale actually got up to a gust of 54 miles an hour so far. 51 Kings Point. Actually, look at this. It's saying that there's a 70-mile-an-hour wind gust at Kings Point right now. A 54-mile-an-hour wind gust at LaGuardia. A 53-mile-an-hour wind gust at Kennedy. So, yeah, these winds are really ripping out there right now as we speak. Let's go look at the cameras and see if they'll show us what's going on, because these cameras kind of stink at it. But we'll look. Yeah, you can see the traffic lights moving. Yeah, these cameras really suck at what's going on. They just, I don't know what it is. They just kind of showing, you can sort of see the wind blowing here, but you can't really see it too well. It's dark. The low light performance on these cameras is not good. You can see the camera shaking over here at Herrick's Road. Take a look at this one here. Can't really see. Yeah, can't really see a whole lot going on. That's the thing. These cameras just don't show you anything. You can't see anything. That's why I use the earth cams. Let's go to the earth cams here. You can't really see much. Let's go to the Jersey City Hudson River camera so you can see the kind of wind. Yeah, this shows you what's going on. This That's incredible right there. Real incredible. Let's go to New York here. Actually, let's look at the Port Jefferson camera. I don't think there's sound on it. We might actually have sound. Let's see. We do. Not very much wind there. And Port Jefferson's kind of in a protected cove that might be protecting it from some of the higher wind speeds that we would be getting over there. I don't think Coney Island has sound, unfortunately. We can look at Stony Brook Village here. This would be another one we can look at here. Kind of show the trees moving. Yeah, you can see the trees moving pretty decently there. It's just insane. It's insane. So I'll go back to 501 New York and see if we can get any more images here. It's kind of frustrating because I can't see what's going on. I can only hear it, which is kind of scary. So the thing, living in this place in a storm is scary because you can't see what's going on. You can only hear it. And that's the scary thing about living here too as well in a storm. These cameras just don't. Alright, let's go here. We got a crash, or that's no. I'm looking for flooding reports here. Don't see any so far. Down tree on the Seaford Oyster Bay Expressway, we have that going on. So there's going to be a lot of that, down trees and stuff. Or we have an issue here. Down tree on 25A, both directions, all lanes blocked. So 25A is closed in Huntington. North Shore, actually no, not Huntington, my mistake, Smithtown. Actually no, that's St. James. It's St. James. Just technically part of the town of Smithtown. That could be causing a power outage. Let's see what we got over here. You just can't see much on these cameras. They just don't show you a whole lot. You know, they're so zoomed out and just, you know, they're traffic cameras. They're not meant to show you the wind. All right, well, here's something kind of illustrates the wind. You can see how these traffic lights are moving here. Right? It says sound, but there is no sound. See how those traffic lights are moving. But anyway, I don't want to spend too much time on this. I'll keep these updates brief for you. All right, so this is the 5 o'clock update. Railroad, we'll go ahead and see if anything's happening here. No mention here of any issues on the railroad, but I'm sure there will be some with these kind of winds that we're getting. Let's see if the power outages have gone up now. We are at 6,616. They told you they would go up very rapidly, and that's exactly what we're seeing as these winds continue to get worse. We are seeing more and more outages, mostly on the smaller side, but there's a lot of them all over the place, pretty much scattered all over. Brookville, you got an outage here. You got outages in Port Washington. North Shore is being hit the hardest by the power outages right now. Some in the middle as well. Again, Huntington also dealing with a lot of outages. So we're seeing a lot of the outages. Port Jefferson is a small outage. We're starting to see some more outages further east on the North Shore. Suffolk, South Shore, again, not a whole lot of power outages on the South Shore. few smaller ones in Massapequa, but so far, as usual, the South Shore, as they get the best infrastructure, so they have the fewest power outages. Except for this area here, Valley Stream actually has a large outage now. That's affecting almost 900 people. North Valley Stream, I wouldn't necessarily call that the South Shore, but that's a pretty major outage right there. And we're going to see more and more of these outages throughout the evening. I just heard the wind again. And you can see these out now. We're at JCP&L's up over 31,000 without power right now. So, yeah, these outage numbers are going to continue to grow as the winds get worse. As we get through this evening here, I'm just going to go right back to this map again and get the latest wind gusts before I wrap this up. 53 mile an hour wind gust at JFK. We're just going to look at this at a glance. 54 at LaGuardia. And this is going nuts here. 56 mile an hour wind gust here at Barnegat Light. So I'm going to wrap it up here, get this video up, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we don't lose power here. Hopefully. I'm not that hopeful. Considering that we always have problems when there's a storm here. It's not on the South Shore, so we don't get the good infrastructure. But I'll try to, even if I lose power, I'll try to keep you updated somehow, maybe through my phone there. 70 mile an hour wind gust at Kings Point. So conditions continue to deteriorate. Again, the next couple of hours, we're going to be in the thick of it. I would say next 2 to 3 hours, we're going to be dealing with these winds, and we're going to see a lot more power outages.